Welcome to Atlanta, Georgia, site of the 1996 Olympic Games, Center Park Stadium, and home to the Georgia State Panthers, and we have been feeling the excitement for this one all week. Today, a showdown of a couple of foes from the Sun Belt. As we'll see, the Marshall Thundering Herd taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Georgia State Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Georgia State will kick it off to get this game started. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. So the Marshall Thundering Herd will go on offense first to start this game. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
Got room at the 35. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
You want to get the crowd out of the game? Make it boring. Pound the football. Run the football right at them. It takes the juice away. It takes that sauce away. You don't get to those third down situations where they get absolutely bonkers, and it's hard for the quarterback to even think. Just run the football right at them.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Turns it on at midfield. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and it forced the incompletion.
Here they come on 2nd and 10 from the 47 after the incompletion. The give to the tailback. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. They go to the ground. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
They'll run play action. Feeling some heat. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the pass is intercepted. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
You know, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Quarterback had everything he wanted there. He knew pre-snap exactly where he was going. Of course he was going to be going towards his primary target. He just can't hook up for the completion.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Loses 2. Brings up third down.
Georgia State jumps back to the line. To the air, it's Thorne. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Running toward the tape. 10. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Georgia State.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
7. Marshall, 0.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
And they swarm him under.
And I know it's not a first down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next third down manageable, try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense gave them.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Across the 45. And he breaks into the open. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
I love this play call. You want to get your playmakers the football in space. What a creative way. This little kind of push pass by the quarterback. Get into the receiver's hands quickly and let him go make yards.
They say it's still a game of field possession, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They're testing the right side here. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
They'll run for it on 4th down. Fighting for the end zone, and he dropped it. And this bounces out of the end zone. It'll be a touchback and a turnover. The offense set for a first down play. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Stopped after making the catch. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Georgia State jumps back to the line.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw them.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities, mission number one, right? Every single game you go into. Last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
They're bringing heat. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
They'll run it from the gun. And they give him enough for the first down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the first. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. First down to start the drive after the break. He wants to throw. Trying to get to him. Finds his big tight end.
The pass on first down. Caught by the tight end. No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. That's caught. It's Harper. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Leaves it with the back. And it's slipped out. The D scoops it up, and everybody reverses field. And they'll drag him down after a good return.
What a play by the defense. With their backs against the wall in a goal line type situation, they're able to force a fumble and jump on it. That is how you change momentum in a game.
Power football with the run. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30. Georgia State jumps back to the line. Running back searching for a hole. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. Offense lining up quickly. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got him downfield. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. And the Panthers will line it up on 1st and 10.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively, you've got to be good on 3rd down and in the red zone. For this defense giving up a 3rd down like that is just a gut punch.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line. Back to pass, it's Thorne. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. It'll be a draw. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. 1st and 10 from their own 1, and they really need to create some breathing room. They'll leave it with him. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
And picking up the first down will be nice here, but also important, get some cushion for the punt team. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It's caught. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Wide out in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Crosses to 40. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Give to the running back. At the 35, he's loose. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Right back to the well. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. To the ground with the back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small games...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Thundering Herd.
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Looking to throw, it's Thorne. Might have led him a little too far. He's able to make the catch, but can't get the feet down in bounds. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. Fires the pass, intercepted. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Herd! What a great play by the defensive, paying it off with the interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I could be a wide receiver. Coach might split them out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sideline and be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Second half just about ready to go, and Marshall will kick it off.
14, Georgia State, 7.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job of pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Makes the grab. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. The Panthers headed quickly to the line.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So he got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy passing catch.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, they'll run it. After the filthy move, he's got room. Tackled after picking up the first down. And the Panthers have their offense in high gear. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Wide open downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. He's got the tight end. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Handoff to the lone back. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. Georgia State comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Panthers!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. West Virginia looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Mountaineers. Offense, defense, and special teams doing its part. Heck of a showing.
Off-play action on first down.
A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
He gets it past the chains, and it'll be a first down for Marshall.
So far, everything's just seemed to work for this offense when they've wanted to run the football. Regardless of what down and distance it is, they're able to get it done. Up front, getting a lot of push, and these backs are finding the holes.
They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
It's second down.
Got a good one going here. All tied up in the third. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the offense. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. This 3rd down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? Quick pass on the jet motion. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. That's caught. It's Harper. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
Touchdown, Marshall! And that one will give him the lead. You want to keep your offense on the field? Wear down the defense? Put that tape on and show it to clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a 2-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Looking for a man. It's Thorne. Fires to the big fella.
I think the defense just lost track of where the tight end was. He was running his route to the outside. Nobody there. I think the DBs got occupied by some clear-out routes, so the offense will take it, and they keep the drive alive.
Coming after it. Turns it loose deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. He's got great speed. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt.
Take over 1st and 10.
On 1st down, here comes this offense. He's going to pass. Throws for the tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. Touch pass on the run. Inside the 40. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the third quarter. Guys, it is Marshall carrying the lead into the quarter break. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds a man by himself. Touchdown, Thundering Herd! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. And you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Going to try to get it himself. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Georgia State jumps back to the line. Reads it, fires complete. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. On the ground, going for the first down with the give to the tight end. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
And you had to. I mean, the offense had to be aggressive. You're down multiple scores. You needed to make something happen right now. You had to be aggressive. I think you had to go for it on that 4th down. Now, obviously, the game's looking like it might get out of hand.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
Well, that's called paying off good field position. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got the ball back. You're on your opponent's side of the 50, and on your very first play, you break off a long run. This defense right now is playing on their heels late.
They'll try the run. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. Firing to the right, complete. They get him down after he makes the catch. That's what a modern fullback has to do, almost like a tight end, to be able to be there and be available for the quarterback in the passing game, Jess.
Yeah, you got to be able to do a lot of different things, Reese, no doubt about it. It's not just blocking, but it's lining up at different spots all over the field as well, running routes, and then being a viable option for your quarterback.
Looking to the big tight end. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
And offenses practice the situation. This is 4-minute offense. You've got the lead late in the game. You're trying to bleed the clock and just get first downs. They do that, they stay.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Herd! They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Bringing it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. He's looking to throw it. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. Georgia State jumps back to the line.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together.
And it's picked off.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost done.
Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17.
And this defense has got to make a play, right? It's the fourth quarter. We're trailing. You know this offense, they're going to get conservative. They want to eat that clock. You got to bring more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to make plays. Got to get that football back.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
You'll be 18-yard line. It's third down.
Let's see what they have in the bag on 3rd and short from their own 18. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. Quick touch pass to the receiver. This offense has a little room and a fresh set of downs at the 23.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these first downs any way you can. And sometimes it's not going to be easy, and you can't just do it conventionally handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football is a game of inches, and you've just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped them out.
The give to the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense. These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Might as well give it to him again. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Softened him up with a run, now to throw. He tries to take the top off. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down, still trying to execute their offense, still trying to make big plays, and they've had a great day so far.
Now on the move. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the change for a first down.
Well, it's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of mid.